Greetings to everyone. Myself, LINO FATHIMA CHINNARANI, working as an assistant professor in UG Department of Computer Application, Vishavika College, Trichy. Today, we are going to discuss about applets in Java. These are the topics to be covered: applet introduction, difference between applet and application, applet lifecycle, applet class, steps for developing and testing an applet, creating an executable applet, and the parental. Now let's move on to the introduction of an applet. A Java applet is a small program that can be embedded in a web page and executed in the web browser that supports Java. It was mainly used for creating interactive features like games, charts, and animation on websites. And it is embedded in the HTML page and executed in Java-enabled browser. Applets are designed to be secure and portable. It runs inside a browser. That means, unlike regular Java application, applets don't run independently. They are executed by the Java plugin in the browser within a sandbox. Sandbox is nothing but it is a secure and restricted environment. And applet does not require a main method like standalone application. In applet, the browser manages the lifecycle through predefined methods such as init, start, and stop method. It will be discussed in the upcoming slides. And Java applet uses graphical interfaces. That is, applets can create their own graphical user interfaces using the applet class from the java.applet package and AWT component. And how it could be platform independent and secure? The answer is it can run on Windows, Mac, Linux, on any OS as long as there is a Java virtual machine. Applets also runs in a sandbox that prevents them from accessing the local file system, making unauthorized network connection, reading or writing system properties. This security model made applets safer to run from untrusted sources. So, the features of the applet is used to embed the code in the web browser and to generate a dynamic web content. It works on the client side, so the response time is too fast. In order to import all these classes in our program, we have to use import java.awt.applet.asterisk. Then this is the hierarchy of the Java applet class. At the very top, we have the object class, which is the root of all the Java classes. Next, we have component. This is the class. This class is the part of AWT and represents any graphical element like button, labels, etc. Next, we have container. It is a subclass of object which allows component to be added to a graphical user interface. Then comes panel. A panel is a simple container that organizes components within a graphical user interface. Moving further, the applet. Applet is a special container designed to run in a web browser. Finally, we arrive Java applet, JApplet. Finally, which is enhanced version of applet supporting swing components like buttons, text and text fields, etc. Next, we will discuss about the difference between applet and application. Although both are written in Java, they serve different purposes and work in distinct environments. A Java application, it is a standalone programs that runs independently on a computer. It is typically executed using a Java interpreter provided by the JDK. Java applets, on the other hand, are small programs designed to run inside a web browser, often used for interactive web content. Then it runs independently. Standalone applications or runs independently. It means there is no need for a browser. In the case of applets, they require HTMLs to be displayed in the web browser. And Java application has a main method because the execution starts from the main method. But in applets, there is no main method. Instead, they rely on lifecycle methods like init, start, stop, destroy. For Java application, there is no HTML file required because it runs directly as a class or jar file. On the other side, applet executed by the browser or applet viewer. Unlike Java application, applets needs a browser within the Java plugin. So, normal Java programs runs using the Java interpreter while the applets runs on the applets viewer or applet window. In order to access system resources, the normal application can read files, connect to database, and access the internet freely. But in case of applets, restricted the access of system resources, and for security reasons, it cannot read local files or access certain system properties. For security concerns, Java applications are installed intentionally by the user. They do not need strict security restriction. But applets requires highest security for the system. So these are the difference between applets and normal applications. Next, the topic is life cycle of an applet. This is how the applet life cycle is being depicted. Java applets follow a specific sequence of state from initialization to termination. Let's go step by step and understand each phases. The first state is want state. The life of an applet begins when the browser loads it. At this moment, init method is called. Next, the running state. After the initialization, the applet enters into the running state when start is called. In the running state, two methods are employed. The first one is start and the next one is paint. This happens whenever the applet becomes active. At this stage, the paint method is also responsible for drawing graphics on the applet screen. Every time the window is resized or refreshed, paint is called to redraw the applet. The next state is ideal state. When the applet is not in use, the browser calls stop method. This happens when you navigate away from the page or minimize the browser. In the ideal state, the applet remains loaded, but it only passes its execution. At last, the destroyed method is called. Finally, when the applet is no longer needed, then the destroyed method is called. This happens when the user closes the page or the web browser, unloads the applet. At this point, at this dead state, all the resources should be released and free the memory. Let's dive into detail. For initialization, we have to use public void init method. Whenever the applet gets started, the init method will be executed. Here, the important note is we have no main method, so all the applet programs start its execution at init method. After that, start method will be called. For this, we are using public void start, and then paint method is used to display the contents on the applet. Displaying the content means we display the component or object, or we just write the message on the applet. It has been used to graphic class as a parameter. Here we are using graphic class as a parameter. Immediately after the stop method, destroy method will be executed. Every applet program Every applet program starts its execution from init method and it executed only once. Start method will be executed now. The next method is the start method. Start method will be executed when the browser is maximized, and Graphics method display the content of the browser. Here display the content means we display the component or object, or we just write the message on the applet. It has used graphic class as a parameter. When we works on the browser, when we works on the browser, we just minimize or maximize the screen. The start method will be executed whenever the browser is maximized. How many times we maximize the browser, that many times the start method will be executed. Immediately, the paint method will be invoked. Whatever the content we display on the applet should be written in the paint method. The applet can switch between start and stop method, that is running an ideal multiple times as the user interacts with the page. But once the destroy method is called, the applet is permanently removed and cannot be restarted. These are all about the life cycle of an applet. Next, we will discuss about Java applet class. The applet class is actually a subclass of java.awt.panel, and it is the smallest package in Java application programming interface. It consists of a single class and three interfaces: applet context, applet stub, and audio clip. And the applet class contains only a single default parameterless constructor, which is not used generally. Applets are constructed by the runtime environment when they are loaded. They do not have to be explicitly constructed. An applet class contains 21 methods that are used to display images, play audio files, respond to events, and obtain information about applet's execution environment. And some of the steps have been followed for developing and testing an applet. The first step is building an applet code, and the next is creating an executable applet and designing a web page using HTML tags. The fourth step is preparing an applet tag and incorporating applet tag into a web page, creating an HTML file, and the last step is testing the applet code. For creating an executable applet, the designing of a web page using HTML is divided into three major sections: comment and header section. Both are completely optional. In the body section, we incorporate the applet tag. And the minimum requirement of applet tag attribute is 4. Here we specify the Java class file name, and width and height attribute denotes the height and width of an applet window in terms of pixels. Let's see the program. This program demonstrates how a Java applet works both on the Java code side and the HTML side that displayed it in the browser or applet viewer. Now let's start with the Java code on the left side. We begin by importing the necessary packages. The first one is import java.applet.applet and import java.awt.asterisk. These are used to create applets and handle graphics. Then we define a class called applet demo, and it extends the applet class, which means that it inherits all the properties of Java applet. Inside the class, we have two important methods, init and paint method. In init method, the init method is called when the applet is first loaded. Here we set the background and the foreground color, that is your text color, using set background color dot black, set foreground method color dot yellow. And the next method is paint method. This method is used to draw strings on the applet window. In this case, we draw the word welcome at the x and y coordinates. X and y coordinates. This HTML code, then in the right side, the HTML code is used to embed the applet into a web page. We start the basic HTML structure from HTML tag, head tag, title, and body tag. The most important part is the applet tag. This tells the browser to load the compiled applet demo class file, applet demo class file, and displayed it in a 200 by 400 pixel applet window. So height and width of the applet window has been specified. This is the output of the program. The program, we are setting background as a black in color and text in yellow in color. When we run this program, the output will be displayed in the applet viewer window. The above two programs here, we are using two programs, the separate Java program and the HTML program, and the above two programs can be written it in a single Java file. The only difference is the applet's code can be specified in the comment section in the Java file. Now we are going to learn how to pass the value from HTML page into the Java applet using param tag. Let's break into two parts, the Java code, this is the Java code, and the HTML code on the right. We have the class called hello param, which extends the applet, meaning it a Java applet. We are declaring a string variable. Inside the init method, we use str equal to get parameter method, and this line fetches the parameter value from the HTML param tag. Here we are specifying the value of the string is applet. This value is passed into this string, and the str is set as, and the str is now equalized with applets. Applet. So the str value, the string value is now applet. Then it checks the condition if the string value is null or not. If we are not passing this value, then the string value is said to be null. If it is null, then we just equalize this string value is Java, but now we passing the value, so it is false. So this value is not setting to, equalized with the string variable. Now str is equalized with hello plus str. Here the applet string will be appended. Now in the paint method, the output of this program is hello applet. Hello applet. In case if the value is not passed here by using the param tag, then the string value is null, then the str value is equalized with the Java. Then the output of the program is hello Java if the value is not passed. But in our program, the value is passed, so the output of this program is hello applet. I hope you have learned some topics about Java applets. In the upcoming video, we are going to discuss about the AWT controls. Thank you for watching.